do this. Introduce yourself to the audience.
What up? What up? What up? Sorry, damn. What up? What up? What up? LA the rapper in the building. I'm a rapper, hence the name LA the rapper. Um, I'm from New York. I'm from Harlem. I claim Harlem. Most of my family's from Harlem. Oh, see, I see the sweater. I didn't even notice the sweater until now. Thank you for rocking the Harlem sweater. That's dope. Uh, yeah, I like making music. Yeah, yeah, that's me.
Dope, man. And I'm so glad to have you on here once again. For those of you that don't know, we did an interview before. It just, the visuals just didn't turn out the best, but it was a dope interview though. So hoping to redo it again for y'all. But
All
I had to rock the Harlem sweater because I was like, I forgot to put this on last time. So I was like, oh, next time when I'm on camera, I'm gonna make sure I put it on. Uh,
right.
but you already said where you're from, and I just want to know what is your earliest memory of being inspired to rap?
Uh, Shit, I have a whole bunch. Definitely listening to 50 Cent in the car. Like I since a child I always knew I wanted to rap. Like that was definitely something I had set like as a child. I knew watching 50 Cent, Nas, De La, Tribe, all of those guys made me want to be who I am. Like I swear, like I can listen to songs repeatedly. I know the lyrics. I study their whole timeline, how they started, where they came from, and how everything works. I love rap music. I was always ready to do this. I was born for this.
Like you're very lyrical, very deep, very
Mhm.
storylined. Like I said last time, like I love rappers that can have a story to tell in almost every single song, even if it's not about them, but also if it is, it makes it even more interesting. You have like a little bit of both, and I really like that. But
Right. Thank you. Thank you.
what's your earliest? I mean, how has your environment inspired you to get into rap and stuff like that?
My environment really like I always would say like I kind of don't I have an environment, but like I was a sheltered kid. Like I was always inside of the house. Like I was never coming outside of the house. Everybody was outside when I was growing up. Everybody was outside and skateboarding and doing their thing. But I was like, I don't really care. I got my game, I got my PlayStation, and I got my music. I don't need to go outside. I didn't see no need to go unless I actually had to go. But other than that, I mean, it was all rap from the beginning. It was all rap music from the beginning. If it wasn't rap music, my mom was playing old school R&B. It was all music regardless, no matter what. If it wasn't R&B, my dad would sometimes switch it up and play a little jazz. Like it was just straight music. That is my environment. Music is my
Yo, I feel you on that. I pretty much grew up the same way. I did play outside a little bit. I guess growing up in the country, you kind of have to. So we didn't have the latest internet or technology really to keep up. But I did notice you mentioned video games. I was like, I noticed how you're such a big person in video games when you mentioned Saints Row. And one of your songs,
Yes, yes.
I was like, you said
Yeah,
a
yeah.
bigger flop than Saints Row. I was like, that latest Saints Row was a flop. I'm glad you put that in
It was
in
a
the song.
flop. It was a flop. And Saints Row can't compare to Grand Theft Auto. You know what I mean? Like Grand Theft Auto kind of blew the whole life simulator, crime simulator type of thing out the water. That to the
Hmm.
point where no other game can compete with it. So the Kings, Saints Row tried to do it. They couldn't do it. They switched off and started being all wacky and goofy. I personally liked the Saints Row 3 and 4. It was cool, but I always knew that it wasn't gonna be Grand Theft Auto. So I knew
Right.
it was a flop, no matter what. Like it was it's too wacky
Yeah.
to
It
me.
kind of gave me, at least the latest one, it kind of gave me the vibe of like Fortnite in a way, but trying to be gangster
Yeah,
with. I was like,
yeah.
what is this? What
I
is this?
swear, I played it. I had it downloaded. I had it downloaded on the PS5. I played it. Still ain't finished it. Didn't want to finish it. It was too much. I was
Yeah.
like, what is the point of this game at this point? Like, why would you even bring it back at this point?
Right.
That's how I felt. So that's kind of what inspired the line. I'm a huge video game fan, like since a child. So video games and rap music.
Oh
Those are
yeah.
my two favorite things in the world.
And I was like, you gotta be a gamer to understand that line. Because I was like, when I caught it, I was like, I hope he's talking about the same Saints Row that I'm thinking about. But when I interview him, I gotta ask him. Um, But
Mm,
I was wondering also, um, who are some artists that really inspired you growing up with your flow or your writing style? I noticed you mentioned it earlier, but just like maybe like give me your top three out of everybody.
top three. All right. So hit the first before I even start. When people ask me what's my top five, top 10, it's hard for me to answer because it's always fluid. It's always changing every single day. It really depends on who I'm listening to. But I do have some untouchables. So I'll put those in my top three. Nas for sure. Nas has been a huge influence on me, my life, the way I talk, the way I act. Nas has been a huge influence on me. Nas is in there. Uh, Tribe Called Quest as a whole, I count them all as a whole. I don't really separate Tip and Fife, but that group inspired me from since a child too. Listening to them, Check the Rhyme, listening to Check the Rhyme, listening to We Got the Jazz, uh, Can I Kick It, Bonita Applebum. My flows is thank God for Q-Tip. Thank God for Q-Tip. Thank God for him. That dude inspired me from the child for real. Uh, and my last one would be damn. That's a hard freaking question. Top three. Last one. I'll give it to Jay. I'll give it to Jay-Z. I'll give it to Jay for sure. One of
Okay.
the most consistent rappers ever, in my opinion. Like he had drop an album every single year since he started. So
Gotcha.
that was like yeah, I admire his consistency, his business acumen, and the way that he rhymes, period. I'm like, he was great. He's a great one for sure. So yeah, those are my top three. Nas, Tribe, Jay.
That is a dope lineup there. I mean, you can't. I mean, imagine if all three of them performed at the Super Bowl. That would be wild. Oh my
I'll
god.
faint. I'll faint.
Oh
I
my
tell
god.
my girl all the time, like if I was to ever meet Nas or ever shake hands with this man, I will faint right there.
Oh yeah.
Like it's over for me. This dude, every line, every single word I clinged on to. Even though like the my life and his life is totally parallel, I still related to it because I got family in that type of life. So I know I haven't been in it physically, but I know what it is. So it makes it's just he's amazing. He's just amazing. That's all I can really say about Nas.
Yeah, and it's like with your storyline type of rapping, it's like your style is very similar to Nas when it comes to that. Because Nas, he does that storyline type of rapping as well, where you don't know if it's him or if he's talking about somebody else, or then sometimes you can't
Yeah,
tell if it's
yeah.
him, you
You,
know. I like that.
you talking about I gave you power, right?
Yeah,
Talking about the point of view of a gun.
yeah.
Craziest song ever in my life that I've ever heard from this man. I'm insane.
I'm the same.
Rewind, crazy.
Oh my god, it's like I said, the storylines is like captivates you, you know. And
Mhm.
also, I think he got his style like storyline style from like Rakim, you know, like with just being
Yeah,
deep
yes.
storytelling as
Yeah.
well.
Rakim is the God MC for sure.
Oh yeah,
Like he's the focal point of almost every single lyrical rapper after him.
oh yeah.
He's the beginning
I
for
can't even
sure.
think of like another rapper before, maybe MC Shan. I would say before Rakim, that was kind of like a storyline
I
rapper, you know.
Yeah, I'll give it to Shan. Slick Rick,
Oh my god, yeah,
storytelling. Oh
yeah,
yeah, Slick Rick for sure.
yeah.
Dana Dane, kind of like a little Slick Rick a little bit, but it still had the stories as well.
Yeah. KRS
Um,
One too.
KRS-One,
Yeah.
yes, KRS-One had crazy stories. He's yeah,
That song
legendary.
Love's
But it
Gonna
just
Get You. Oh my
Rakim,
god.
yeah, Love's Gonna Get You is crazy, insane story. Like it started like the as far as the lyrical standpoint go, I gotta even if I don't, I know that's not my era. I was born in 2000, so I know that the 80s ain't my era. But I still, the way that I rhyme, I still gotta give credit to Rakim because if it wasn't for Rakim, we wouldn't have much lyrical rappers. We
No.
wouldn't have that many. If it wasn't for Rakim, we wouldn't have that many lyrical rappers, internal rhymes, exterior rhymes, all different types of rhyme schemes that he was putting in the 80s.
Yeah.
So even if I don't meet him in my lifetime, I still give him the utmost respect and utmost props because that man is a legend.
Oh,
And
without
what
a
Nas
doubt.
is doing for him right now is amazing with that hip hop founder
Grandmaster,
grant or whatever.
yeah,
Yeah,
Hall of Fame
Grandmaster
thing.
Award. Yep,
Yeah, paid in full.
yep.
Oh my gosh, it's so
He
nice.
he deserves it. He deserves that. He
Without a
definitely
doubt.
deserves that.
And
That man paved the way for people like me.
I was wondering how what age did you start rapping now that we're talking about the rappers that inspired you? Like what
Mm.
age, like how young?
Okay, so I've been like rapping, like just spitting rhymes since like 8, 9. But like on like YouTube, like professionally, it started at maybe I want to say 17 or 16
Hmm.
when I started professionally putting stuff out and trying to make singles and bring music to the masses. It was like 16, 17.
Wow. I mean, yo, that's good. Like I mean to start off that early and now you're what,
Yeah,
like
I was, I
20
was, I
something.
was, I'm 23. I was writing rhymes. I was writing rhymes that my parents didn't know about, trying and practicing, trying to copy Nas, trying to copy 50 Cent. I was really starting from there, trying to copy the people that I was listening to.
That's what mm.
Even, oh, no, go ahead. No, you go ahead.
Oh no, I was about to say that's what I actually heard somebody like a famous musician say. They said you got to start off like kind of copying the people that you look up to until you develop your own style and sound.
Exactly, exactly. And yeah, yeah, yeah. That's pretty much what I was doing. All the stuff that my pops was playing was what I was into.
Hmm.
Like I was just like I said, I was just talking to my girl before. Like I was talking to my girl before this, and I was telling her like a lot of the people nowadays that are like rapping, they never heard of a Nas or heard of a Rakim or a KRS-One. Why? Because there's nobody there to show it to them. So we're only listening to what we being shown. If my parents would have never showed me who Nas was or KRS or Jay Z, if I would have never got to see those people from them, I'll probably just be following the same 5 songs that I heard on the radio before going to school. The
Hmm.
same thing. The same thing that's going on now. No, when you're young, you don't really care about what a 40-year-old, 50-year-old got to tell you. It's not. It don't really matter to you. It don't relate to you. So thank God for my parents to show me what hip hop is and what hip hop was. I'm so happy to know about these dudes and have my knowledge about them. They inspire me 100%.
Yeah, and you got some
Everything
dope.
inspires me. I'm even inspired by new rap.
Yeah, I was about to say like you got some dope rappers back then to be inspired by, and even now, like like people in like your niche of rapping that's our age that's doing kind of like doing the same thing but got their own style to it. So that's dope,
Mhm.
and even just new sounds and everything as well. But it's nothing like just being inspired by people that are 20, 30 years older than you, compared to I don't know. Like I know some people that look up to Tyga and Soldier Boy. I'm like, I don't know. I
Yeah,
mean,
but see, I used
to
to
each
be, I
his
used to
own.
be exactly like that. I used to be exactly like that. I used to be like, yeah, that shit is trash. That shit is whack. Like, why are I even listening to that? But I wasn't really like conscious enough to say, damn, like now that I'm thinking back, like maybe that was all they heard.
Mm-hmm.
Like nobody really ever showed them what other things were. So they just going off of what's popular when you go to school. Because when you go into school, there's mad people playing the same thing. They're hearing the same artists. At least that's what I was hearing and when I was going to school. Everybody's
Mm-hmm.
playing the same thing. Everybody's just going with the flow. So I can't even get mad no more if somebody say, "Oh, Tiger a better rapper than so and so." Maybe, hey man, Tiger might be your thing.
Yeah,
I
that's like
can't I can't say anything.
to each his own. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Mhm.
can't say nothing because me growing up, I looked up to the New Boys with their song "You're a Jerk." I'm like, oh my god,
The new boys,
no.
see what I mean? Like I can't even say anything. I can't be like, damn, yo, I can't be like that.
Yeah, because like we
Because
all had that artist that we looked up to that we're kind of
yeah,
embarrassed about. But yeah.
yeah, yeah. I was a huge Bow Wow fan too. I
Oh my
like Bow Wow,
god.
and I was like, I was like, oh, whoa, damn. I was really like Bow Wow. My sister was a big Bow Wow fan as well.
I ain't gonna lie, I
It
was
was
too,
I
because
was
that
like, man,
movie
you
Like
dope as hell.
Mike.
Like Mike is the greatest movie of all time. Don't you at me?
Oh my
The
god,
greatest movie of all time.
that movie made me think that he could really rap and play basketball. I was like, oh my god,
Yep. And I ain't gonna lie, dude, like looking back now, like we in 2023, Bow Wow is a legend. I'm
yeah,
giving Bow Wow a legendary status. Not any a lot of rappers don't got their own movie that went number one. They ain't got platinum albums.
true.
So I was watching the verses with him and Soldier Boy. I did not know he had 20 hits. And it was just playing them back to back. 20. I was like, whoa, damn, Bow Wow, you had a freaking run. You had a crazy run.
I need to go back to his old music, check it out, because I'm like, I can't
Yeah.
remember a lot of it. Oh my god, I mean, I know he had some hits now. Like, that's why I gotta give him his credit, because he could rap,
Mhm.
but it's
Yeah.
just, I don't know. It's Bow Wow. I guess people are
Yeah.
like, but it's Bow Wow. I'm like, I don't care. He's still good. He's still alright.
Hmm. Hmm. For sure. Bow Wow I'll give him the legend status.
Yeah, he had a lot of confidence as a young, short kid in the industry. I guess you have to have like a
Where
lot of confidence as a short person. I can relate to that. So, um,
yeah, I'm kind of short too. Yeah, I totally agree.
so he took things. He represented for us, almost like Cat Williams. So I can't complain. But
Word. Word.
what was your very first project? And when did you start taking music seriously? I know you said around 16, 17. So, like, was that
Mm.
around the same time, like, your very first project came out, stuff like that?
My very first project is a project that I still have up on SoundCloud. Me personally, like I know my pops will hate me saying this, but I kind of disown the project, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Like to me, I felt like it was just me trying things. Like I was rapping on other people's beats. Some songs on there was on other people's beats, some songs was on YouTube beats. I was just trying things and seeing what I'm doing. This is my first ever thing. So
Mm-hmm.
I like just was making raps, freestyles. They not some of them not even like full length songs. Some of them are not even like in song format. Some of them is just me rapping, just go. And it's still out on SoundCloud. It's called The Dream.
Mm-hmm.
Um so everybody check that out if you want to check that out. But yeah, that was my first project. And 16, 17 was when I was starting to take music seriously for sure. I was putting music out on YouTube, posting, trying to, build a buzz around myself. But
That's
yeah,
what's.
I really I kind of just disowned the project, but I shouldn't be like that. Who knows? Maybe somebody find it might like it. So good luck to
Yo,
everybody that finds it and listens.
like, look, I ain't gonna lie. Like, usually every artist's first project is always something they're just like, yeah, I don't want to talk about that. Like, I don't want to promote it,
Yeah,
but it's there.
yeah, yeah. It's there. I'm not gonna take it down, but is there. I keep it. I throw it to the back of the memory.
Yeah.
For sure.
I feel that. Oh my god. And I was wondering, so how did you come up with your rapper name? Because I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw you, I really thought you were from LA, but I was like, you have too much of a New York accent to be
Okay.
from LA. So I was like, what is going on?
Okay. All right. This is perfect. Okay. So originally I had like three names,
Hmm.
and I'm still thinking about changing it to this day. I'm on the surface of thinking about it, trying to figure it out. So my name is Airy. My name is Airy. My father's name is Airy, so I'm the second.
Hmm.
Um, so instead of calling like I didn't like my name growing up as I just felt weird about it. Like that awkward phase of your teenage life. You start thinking everything about yourself is not right.
Hmm.
Like I started thinking like I was ugly. Started thinking like a lot of things was going on in my head as a teenager.
Hmm.
That's cool. And so because I didn't like my name, I just went with like my initials, meaning when I because my dad is a they call him Big Airy and they
Hmm.
call me Little Airy. So I just took the L, and then my name Airy, A-L-A. So I was going as LA without the rapper at first.
Hmm.
Like I was just straight LA, but I was feeling like the same thing that you just said. everybody was calling was like texting me in the comments or hit me in the DMs. Yo, you from LA? Oh, this dude representing Los Angeles wrong. You sound like you're from New York. I am from New York. I'm
Mm-hmm.
from New York. My name is Lil Airy, but I didn't want to be common because I was really common when I was a teenager. The Lils, the Lil Yachty, Lil this, Lil that. I was like, I didn't want to do that. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna be I'm gonna be LA. Didn't when once I started going by LA originally, I kept getting all these comments about me being from LA. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna just add the rapper on it. That way people know that my name is LA the rapper. I'm not from there.
Mm-hmm.
And I still gotta explain it to this day. I still gotta explain the same thing.
Yeah.
But I don't mind it. It's fine.
I'm not gonna lie, and it got to a point I was like, okay, so he sounds like he's from New York, so maybe he just mean la, like maybe
Yeah,
melodic.
people yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
people have called me La. A lot of people call me La. Honestly, the first person I heard call me La was my sister. My sister
Wow.
was the first person to call me La. She was calling me La before I even was like, putting it in rhymes like LA and all that. Nah, she was calling me La in the beginning.
Oh my god.
For real.
I was
Yeah,
just like, I didn't
yeah. I
know
was
other
like,
people did that. I was, oh my god.
yeah. No, that yeah. It's a lot of people was telling me that lie. And I was like, all right, I mean, whatever. I got tired of correcting people. It's just like with my real name. Like my real name is Ari. A lot of people were saying it wrong. So
Mhm.
I was just gonna let you run with whatever you thought of. If you thought my name was Ari, then it's Ari to you. If you
Mhm.
thought my name was Gary, then it's Gary to you. I don't really care.
Right.
It's not that serious to me.
I feel you on that, man. Like, but hey, I kind of like LA the rapper. I like that name, but if you change it to Airy, I like that too. Just like something simple. You know what I'm
Yeah, that's
saying?
what I was thinking of changing it to. Because
Yeah.
like as I got older, I started to like my name a little bit more. I started to see the uniqueness in it.
Yeah.
Like if that's even a word. I started to see how unique it is,
Mhm.
and I was like, you know what, yo, there's nobody I really know besides my own father that's named Airy. There's nobody I know that is like that. And I was putting a lot of my songs on TikTok and like on those lives, people doing like music reviews and submissions and all that.
Oh yeah.
And I'll be telling them the story, and everybody there over there was telling me, "Oh, bro, you should change your name to Airy. Just that should be your thing." I was like, you know what, it might be a good idea.
Yeah.
I might change it. I don't know. I might change it, but I put a lot of work into the LA the rapper thing, so I might not change it. I'm on and off,
Right.
mixy,
Yeah.
feeling a little mixy about
It takes time. You know what I'm saying? I know a
it.
rapper that went by one name, and I was looking for him, and then I found out like he changed his name to something. I was like, just I think his actual name now, but it was like I think it took like years for him to like finally do that. It just takes a while. So I would just say take your time because finding your stage name, that's definitely a big part of your marketing. As an artist. But
Yeah.
so what gets you going creatively in your writing process?
Listening. I'm listening to whoever, like listening to the beats, listening to interviews of other artists. They may say something in their interview, and I'll be like, man, that's a real profound statement. I get inspired. I get inspired of anything.
Mhm.
And I swear, I could look at a train go by, and I'm like, damn, that's really dope. And I start writing lyrics. I get inspired off of literally the littlest things that you could imagine. I look at it and I'm like, wow, that's really dope. Okay, let me write something about what I'm seeing,
Mhm.
or looking at an interview or listening to rappers. Period. And I could go back and listen to Nas and get that same feeling I was feeling at 10.
Mhm.
Like I go back and listen to a Jay-Z line that I've heard millions of times before, and I still get the same inspiration from it. Still get the same type of inspiration from it. I don't know. That's really how I really get my inspiration to write.
Yo, that's dope, man. And that's a sign of a true writer as well when you're inspired to just write off of anything. Just living life brings you that inspiration. You always hear about people say in order for you to write more, you got to go and live life. So that's good, you know what I'm saying?
Mm, mm,
And so these are some new questions in here I'm about to add in. that we didn't talk about in the last interview, which was your project that you recently came out with, Area Your Life is Calling
Yes.
project. I really liked it. I was wondering,
Thank
like,
you.
what was the
Thank you.
process of making that project? It is so good. Lyrically, beat wise, everything was like perfect to me. And I just want to know, like, what was the process of making that project?
Okay, so as far as area life is calling goes, I was in a real like a little bit of a depressing state, like a depressive state, real dark place. And I just started thinking about my life and thinking about how life is and how life's going. And I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna just make like a personal thing. At first, it was just gonna be something to get my problems out.
Mm-hmm.
Like just, I wasn't even gonna release it. I really wasn't. I wasn't even gonna like put anything out. I just wanted to make a cohesive thing and make a project about myself. Because yeah, I could talk about myself and talk about how much I'm the best rapper and how dope I am, but that's not really information on me.
Mm-hmm.
That's not really how I am as a person. Like so I was writing all of those songs thinking about going back in time kind of and thinking about how my life was. A lot of things that I put in that album, all of it actually, all of the stuff that I put in that album was all about me personally as a person, how life was with my parents, how life is with my girl, how am I feeling, how do I truly feel on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
That was just really how yeah, that was how it started. And then I was like, you know what, I'm gonna put this out somehow. I'm gonna do it differently, first of all, because I started selling it instead of putting it on streaming services, which, by the way, it might come out on streaming services still for the people that, still want to do that. But I was thinking of taking a risk and doing it that way because streaming services is not really a good thing for artists. I got like 11,000 streams all time on like Spotify or Apple Music, and getting $4 from that, getting $4, having 1,000 streams in a month, it doesn't seem right math to me. That doesn't seem like right math. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do something different with this series. I'm gonna sell it. You're gonna get it from me. You're gonna get in, and if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. Whatever. Just roll it. Let's see where it goes. And I was shocked about how many people brought it anyway. I was really shocked by that. I didn't think I had that many people willing to buy the tape at all. But I'm glad that I was able to get my feelings out onto the mic. I'm glad that so many people liked it, that did hear it. Thank you for listening. Thank you for rocking with it, Catrice. You are dope.
Yo, I love that
And
project.
I'm making it a trilogy. So I thought about making it a whole story. It's gonna be. It starts off with Area Life is Calling. That's part one. Part two is I got a plan. Don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and part three is it'll all be fine.
Okay.
I'm in the process of making them now. It's gonna start from my past, my present, and then it'll all be fine is my future. So
Yo,
I'm gonna try to be writing in the future tense. It'll all be fine. But yeah, my
yo,
next one I'm working on it now is I got a plan. Don't worry. That's basically gonna be about what I'm going through now. Area Life is Calling is about all of the stuff that happened to me before
mm-hmm.
and stuff that I'm kind of past it now, but I had to relive it to record it.
Man,
And now, yeah,
I
yeah.
really,
Now
I can't
it's
wait.
gonna be I got a plan, don't worry. That's the next one.
And I like the titles as well. It already kind of gives you the vibe of like a trilogy or a series. So I can't wait to
Mhm.
hear what you put together on the next project. Man, I was just about to ask, do you have any new music coming soon? Actually, that was actually gonna be the next question.
Oh yeah, I got a whole bunch. That stuff that stuff is more on a personal the trilogy, but
Mm-hmm.
for streaming services and for like casual listeners, I got this another mixtape series. It's not like a real story thing. It's just multiple songs on multiple tapes, on multiple EPs, just to
Mm-hmm.
spread out the content. So it's this thing called Wizology. It's my clothing brand slash label slash all types of stuff. I got Wizology Volume 1, 2, 3, and 4. They're all finished. They're all finished. I just gotta figure out on where I'm supposed to place them, how am I gonna promote them, how am I gonna market them, and then when it's time, it's time. Send it out to everybody. That's going on streaming service. All those songs is going on streaming service.
Yo,
So yeah.
that's dope. And I was wondering also, so how many projects do you have out so far? Or that I should say, how many projects do you have like all together? Even like with Area Your Life is Called, I know it's not out on streaming platforms, but still is counted as a project. So I was wondering like how many
Okay.
projects total do you have like completed?
All right. Let me count them down. I got Area Like It's Calling, the Better EP.
That was really good.
Um.
Whew.
Thank you. The Better EP. And the Dream. That's three full packed projects.
Okay.
Um. Yeah. That's really it. Three projects, but I've been dropping singles, waiting for that one single to break, and then y'all about to get hit with so much more work. That's really it. Once
Yo.
that one single breaks, that one single hits hard, everything is going to be flooded. Everything's going to be LA the Rapper flooded for sure.
Yo, I cannot wait for the new music coming soon. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know why I thought, well, like you said, you did have a bunch of singles because I was like listening through, I think a lot of your singles as well.
Mhm.
But man, just keep on doing what you're doing. Keep on grinding out here. Is there anything else you want to add that I didn't speak on?
Um, mm, nah. Well, I mean, to everybody that's out there that's going to see this, much love. Keep pushing the peace. Keep being peaceful. Keep showing love. Listen to all of my joints, singles, EPs, whatever. Listen to me. um, uh, yeah, I'm I'm feeling good. This interview got me excited. I was excited about the last one, but this one I'm back to being excited about it too. So yeah, um, keep it real. That's really all I can say.
Dope,
For real.
yo. And any well, I want to always ask artists this. It's kind of like something new I started doing. Any last words of wisdom that you would like to give any new artist listening or any young person listening? Any words of wisdom you would like to share?
Okay. My words of wisdom would be yourself. I mean, I know that sounds very cliche as hell, but it's really the truth. Like, be yourself. Be whatever you like, whatever you think is cool. It's cool because you said it's cool. So keep working on whatever you want to do. Don't listen to nobody else. Have total tunnel vision on what you planning on doing. It really pays off to be yourself, 100%. Because once you somebody else, people will call that out, and then you look
Mm-hmm.
like a fraud, and that's not good. You don't want to look like a fraud. So being yourself is the best thing you could do. The ultimate thing you could do. Just have tunnel vision. Don't listen to anybody doubting. If you are gonna listen to somebody doubting, use that to fuel the creative force. Use that to move on and push harder. And that way you could laugh at the same person that was doubting. So my main words of wisdom is to be yourself.
Yo, I like that. And like you said, people they resonate more with somebody that's genuine than somebody that's making up stuff. Like you said, people they can call that out quick. So I really do like that. And yeah, that's pretty much the interview. I'm gonna use some of this in the biography, but the beta, I mean not the beta, the area your life is calling part that we talked about. That's just gonna be
Yeah.
exclusively just in the interview. So people are gonna have to come to the interview to read that. I mean, listen to that part.
All right.
All
All
right,
right.
yo.
Cool.
This was a success. Oh my god, I'm so glad.
Yeah, thank you for having me. It's been a freaking honor. It's been a pleasure. I enjoy it. I enjoy talking about rap. I'm really like a introvert type of dude. I don't really like talking about me so much, but hey, I'm a rapper, so I gotta kind of break out of it.
Yo,
But
hey, I mean, that's why I try
this
to make
is
it
this is
focus
dope.
on your work that you're doing. You know what I'm saying? That always makes
Mhm.
people talk. When you're talking about the work you're doing, you're passionate about it. You're always gonna talk about something you're passionate about. So,
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you for having me.
Yo, no problem. Thank you.
I just want night of this.